Are your ad campaigns lighting up the dashboard, but not the pipeline? That's bullspend, and marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
My boss asked for results, so I opened my dashboard for the only positive-sounding metric I had: impressions.
Cut the bull spend. See revenue, not just reach. LinkedIn delivers the highest return on ad spend of major ad networks. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Ferrero. Soccer's biggest stage is approaching, and Ferrero is making it easy to go all in. Pick any two Ferrero brands from Kinder Bueno to Ferrero Rocher, and you could win the $1 million grand prize, plus an exciting range of daily and weekly prizes. Don't miss your shot. Official rules apply. Learn more at goallinandwin.com.
This episode is brought to you by MGM Plus. From and its Horrors returns for Season 4, centered around a town that traps all those who enter. Terrifying creatures that come out at night. Horrors some wished had stayed buried. Where desperate hope leads to darker truths. Dangerous new arrivals, a sinister figure, a shocking revelation. From Season 4 premieres April 19th on MGM Plus. Some doors should remain closed.
Your favorite local grocery stores like Kroger, Ralph's, Fred Meyer, and more are now delivering on Uber Eats. Get 40% off your order of fresh, quality ingredients. Whether you just got home to an empty fridge or suddenly got a craving to whip up something new, you can get everything you need delivered in as little as 25 minutes. Get 40% off your order with code Kroger2026. Plus, members get $0 delivery fees. Order now on Uber Eats. Orders of $30 or more save up to $25. Ends 4/30/26. See app for details.
Not sure how to tackle your taxes? Are you sweating the small print? You may be experiencing FOMO, the fear of messing up. The answer? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. With a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. It's time to take your taxes to the max. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Who's going to line up at safety opposite of Andrew Mukuba in 2026? Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is. Cover news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, jointly produced by the STT Sports Network and the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network. Guys, wherever you're watching or listening to this on, make sure you hit all the buttons like, follow, subscribe, share, and make sure you tune into Trending in the AM on YouTube on the STT Sports Network. Link down below for those on the Pinpool. Every single day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. for 90 minutes of sports talk, bringing your thoughts and opinions to the table on all that I talk about here and elsewhere. First and foremost, before we get into the question of safety, that's the question of the day as we inch closer to the draft, I want to update on some of the other names that have been brought in for top 30 visits for the Eagles as we inch closer, 9 days away from the draft. This list is compliments of Anthony DeBona. We love DeBona here. Some of the most recent names in the last couple of days: wide receiver from Ole Miss, Dejon Stribling. We've got wide receiver. Oh, that was, yeah, sorry, I had his name on here twice. Offensive lineman, Texas A&M, Chase Bisontis. We've got tight end from LSU, Bauer Sharp. And a big name that just dropped on the top 30 visit on Monday, top tight end in the draft, Kenyon Sadiq from Oregon, has been brought in for a top 30 visit. And I think that's very intriguing that he's on the list. I don't think he will be there at 23. I would think the Eagles would have to trade up. I think Kenyon Sadiq fans are going to get excited about seeing his name, but you got to pump the brakes on him there because I don't think Howie would trade up to get him, and I doubt Howie would use a first-round pick on a tight end at this point, especially with all the wide receivers brought in here. You've already brought back Dallas Goedert. Tight end will be addressed later on in day 2 in that round 3, round 4 window, in my opinion. There's plenty of guys that they could get at that position because with that first position, with that first pick, one of the options or the second pick has to be safety. Let's take a look at what I think is the number 2 weakness. We'll get into the number 1 weakness tomorrow. The number 1 weakness on this Eagles team for 2026 to compete in 2026, and that's the safety position. Right now, the Eagles realistically have 3 safeties on their roster. They've got second-year player Drew Mukuba coming off an injury. I've got high hopes for him. I know some people are down on him. I loved what I saw the potential-wise early last year before he got hurt. You've got Marcus Epps, the veteran, coming back, and we saw he filled in admirably, filling in for Marcus Epps last year. If he could stay healthy, he could be a guy that's in the rotation. And then J.T. Gray, who is basically a lifetime special teamer, never really contributed majorly on defense at safety. He's your 4th, 5th safety. He's a guy for special teams. So what do the Eagles do? And when you really think, I got started thinking about safety on Monday after reading a Jeff Moser article on Philly Voice about all the different options on the table. Right now, there's pretty much nothing left after losing Reed Blankenship in free agency. It's bargain bin, basement bin, guys left. Obviously, in 2022, we traded for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson not till late in August and converted him from nickel to safety. Obviously, option 1 could be on this team already, and the main one being Michael Carter, who was a nickel cornerback with the Jets, a very good nickel cornerback with the Jets. He renegotiated his deal to stay here, and they talked about making him a safety last year once we brought him in, and it just didn't happen in the season, but maybe after a full offseason that happens. Jeff Moser hinted at it. It's not likely, but a long shot thing is Cooper DeJean, maybe down the line, right? You could wait for a trade. Maybe there's a team that wants to trade somebody like Detroit with Brian Branch, but you got to deal with injuries and trading. So that leaves the draft. And the Eagles have met with, whether it's top 30 or, at other things, a lot of safeties, including one of the top safeties in this draft class, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren from Toledo. They met with him at the Combine in a formal visit. Zakee Wheatley from Penn State. They met with him at the Senior Bowl. Jalen Kilgore and Traylon Burks. They met with them with top 30 visits. And the list goes on. And there's other guys out there. A.J. Oakley, LSU. Bud Clark, TCU. Genesis Smith, Arizona. Dylan Theenum from Oregon. That would be a guy you probably have to trade up for. Actually, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren you might even have to trade up for. So the question becomes, will Howie Roseman invest a first-round pick in a safety? He invested a second-round pick in Drew Mukuba last year. It was in the 60s last year. And you've got that pick in the 50s this year. Is that really on the table, first or second round? I still think that first-round pick will get utilized in tomorrow's episode on what we're going to talk about tomorrow. But today, it could be that first-round pick. If Emmanuel McNeil-Warren falls, it would be hard for the Eagles to pass up that opportunity to get somebody to pair with Drew Mukuba for the long term. And then you keep Marcus Epps' depth to help groom these guys, and J.T. Gray as a depth piece. And whatever happens with Michael Carter or anybody else, you deal with it. I don't like the idea of Cooper DeJean. I'm on board that Cooper DeJean's a slot corner for the rest of his career. Whether it's a popular opinion or not, that's what I would do with it. But to me, safety is the biggest weakness. Technically, we only have 3 guys, not counting practice squad guys, on our roster right now. So we need to do it. And I don't want to go into next year with Drew Mukuba, 1, Marcus Epps, 2, and Michael Carter as your third option. To me, that's just not strong enough, despite having great corners, despite having some great talent on this defense. You need something better. And getting that future guy, Marcus Epps is a placeholder. He's a Band-Aid to a situation. And while we did not get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson until late August, I don't want to have to wait that long to fill this need. Well, you might get somebody good there. The odds of getting someone to make that Chauncey impact late in August is pretty slim. So in my opinion, safety will be addressed by either one of the first 2 picks in the draft or Michael Carter. I just would rather it be one of the top draft prospects. And with the amount of safeties the Eagles have met with at some point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are about 15 safeties the Eagles have met with throughout the whole entire offseason draft process. It's very likely a top end, not number 1 necessarily, but top end, first, second, or third round, a safety will be that play. And let's hope they get a good one. Maybe they even double dip and bring 2. What do you guys think on safety? What should they do? How do they fix that big position of need? Is it your second biggest need? It is to mine. We'll talk position of need number 1, edge rusher, tomorrow on this show as we inch closer to the draft. But for now, everybody have a great day. Tune in to Trending in the AM on the STT Sports Network live at 8 a.m. to bring your thoughts and opinions. Guys, everybody have a great day. Go Birds. Bubbles up.
Hey, I like your new RAV4.
Thanks, yours too.
What does RAV stand for anyway?
To me, it's the Remarkably Advanced Vehicle.
Really? To me, it's the Runway Approved Vehicle for its amazing style.
What about Remarkably Adaptable Vehicle because of its versatile cargo space?
Or Really Admired Vehicle?
Oh, or Really Awesome Vehicle.
It really is the recreational activity vehicle. The stylish 2026 Toyota RAV4 Limited. What's your RAV4?
Tomorrow morning is knocking. Stock your fridge now. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or a sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel, maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
Kraft Mac and Cheese is better than 90s hip-hop. We'll remind you of your childhood without making you feel incredibly old. Kraft Mac and Cheese. Best thing ever.
Instagram teen accounts have automatic protections for what teens see and who can contact them, plus time management tools. And Instagram will continue adding built-in safety features to help create age-appropriate experiences. Learn more about teen accounts and Instagram's ongoing work to protect teens online at instagram.com/teen accounts.